Okay, I want to give the ladies out here some advice. You know, at the conclusion of a relationship with a narcissist, I know you want acknowledgement. I know you want them to feel something. I want to warn you against trying to unmask them. You see, one of the things I talk about is that they're cowardly and weak. There's no doubt about that. The thing that I have to keep in mind is that I'm a 240-pound grown-ass alpha. And so I am not intimidated or afraid of these people. And I'll tell you, they're cowardly. Like, there's not been a single narcissist in my life who would ever come up to me man to man and have something to say. Not a single one, man. They're covert, cowardly, betrayers that wait for a moment of weakness to even voice their opinion. And so these are the weakest, most cowardly men on the planet. That said, they become dangerous to women, because that same cowardly narcissist that gets treated like a dog at work, that has no power, that has all this grandiose self-directed expectation, which he's a total failure to ever aspire towards those goals, is somebody that kicks the dog. These cowards use women as supply for somebody that can be the catch can for all their toxicity. And so part of the devaluation is literally just needing someone else to project on, because they have no real power in the rest of their life. And so the thing that I'm trying to impress upon the women is that it is dangerous to confront these people. Like, when you try to unmask them, this is not a normal human being that is going to feel remorse or guilt or feel bad or respond in a normal, natural manner. A narcissistic injury is like a state of psychosis. You are tampering with the fabric of this human being's reality, their dark fantasy world of perfection and entitlement. And when you start trying to unmask them and make them feel certain things, you are actually creating a dangerous situation. And if you cause a severe enough narcissistic injury, these people can become obsessive with hurting you. Because you see, they can't let it go, because you know the truth. You see, like, a lot of people get broken by these people, and then they go, it's me. When you're living like it's about you, you see, it's different. Like, a normal discard would leave somebody feeling broken, like they were not good enough themselves. And so your brokenness correlates to their entitlement as well as their grandiosity. Like, they break you on purpose to feel better than you. And then what you're doing now is, you now know narcissists, you know terminology, you figured them out. And now you want to expose them. It's unwise, it's dangerous, it's unsafe. I've had people talk about, like, on comments in my videos, they'll say something like, oh, I'm going to ask him for a divorce tonight. You're going to ask him for a divorce. I'm like, do not do that. No, it's not about whether you deserve a divorce or you should need to deal with this at some point. It's about, you have to be calculated, strategic. You have to make sure your well-being is safe. You need to have a place to stay. You need to have everything ready so that you can protect yourself from somebody that can become deranged, psychotic, and dangerous physically. Like, you think you know these people. You know a mask. All you know is a bunch of pretentious behaviors that were used to beguile you, control you, and manipulate you, and you relate to that like it's a personality or a person or something predictable. You have no idea that this person can be anybody for anybody. They are like a chameleon. You think you know this person. You thought you knew them at the beginning, and how different are they now? Like, you have no level of understanding or depth when you go about trying to do that. It's not a normal person, and I'm not invalidating your desire for closure. I'm not trying to tell you that you don't deserve, answers. I'm just telling you that this is a different thing altogether. This is not a man. This is a narcissist. They are not men. I say that because You cannot expect and anticipate normal reactions and responses. You cannot. As much as you want to be entitled to those answers, you are not going to get them, and you can get something very, very dangerous. And so what I'm suggesting is that if you are in a relationship, you've got logistics that you need to work out, it is best that you do not indicate that you are planning on leaving unless you are prepared at the moment. Like you do not need to have a closure conversation. You do not need to discuss it and what are we going to do with the kids. You do not need to try to go along with this fantasy that you have a husband or a boyfriend. Once you discover they are a narcissist, this is a death sentence for your relationship. And they are dangerous human beings that will be very erratic, unpredictable, and psychotic, and that the notion of you leaving them can cause a severe psychotic reaction that can be dangerous to you. Dangerous. And so it doesn't mean not to leave, it just means that you need to get your stuff together and you need to operate as if you clearly understand the implications of what you're doing. It would be ignorant. It would be ignorant if you understand that this is a narcissist to think that you're going to go and have a normal conversation and you're going to tell this person, Harold, I've decided that I want to leave you. I'm filing for divorce. Okay, I'm asking you for a divorce. Asking the narcissist for a divorce? No, you're not. No, you're not. That is not how you would do it. And I'm telling you, get some support from people with experience. Understand what it is you need to have in place to protect yourself. You need somewhere to go. You need to prepare to change locks. You're going to have to prepare, you might need a restraining order against this person. You think that you have seen the worst. You have not. You have not. You're not even close. When you go to leave this person and you tell them, do not do that. Don't sit here and then plan it out, because if you're not ready to leave at that moment and you don't have your stuff together, you have just done some severe problems for yourself. So if you're not ready to leave on that spot, I don't even think this is something you need to do in person. If you're going to leave this man, I would say that you just go along with the fantasy and you plan until it's time to just disappear. You have to understand the probability of what's going to take place and the fact that this can be a very dangerous period of time in your life, that you really have to appreciate the depravity, just how deranged these people are, just how unstable they are, just how obsessive they can be. And it's one thing when they discard you. They can discard you and have no feeling about it. When you discard them, completely different reaction. Just keep that under advisement.